So let's talk a little bit about Sisters of House Black. Today I'm on a little bit of a location scout for a short film that I'm doing that is hopefully going to be released later this year. We're also doing a little photo shoot with my friend Lucy. I really like this location. It's a small park, it's relatively secluded, there's not that many people here. And this is actually where we shot the first preview scene and a couple of different scenes for Sisters of House Black. Sisters of House Black is an unofficial Harry Potter fan film. It follows the story of the three sisters of House Black. That is Bellatrix Lestrange, Narcissa Malfoy, and Andromeda Tonks. And they were the closest of sisters. The story is all about the choices that we make. And it is set during the First Wizarding War, which is the rise of Voldemort to power. Now, Sisters of House Black, if you don't know what it is a project that I've been working on with Kelsey Ellison. There was a preview scene that was released on YouTube a few months back. That did really well, got like over 200,000 views. There is a link, which you can check it out somewhere around here. You can click on the card or at the end of the video, whenever. Kelsey is most known on YouTube, and she's done a whole bunch of stuff online. She became a meme twice. You may remember her if you watched Parallel Sins, the two-part short film series that we made with her back at Halloween. That's available on the channel, you can check that out. That I did act in, and I actually shot and directed and wrote that one, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. Definitely learned some lessons on that the hard way. This is the latest project we've been working on at Leon Films. We've been providing a lot of the equipment, we're doing a lot of post-production work on it, and we're really proud to be involved with this thing. The story follows the three Black sisters and the journey that they go through in life. Now, I can't reveal too much about it because Kelsey will actually Avada Kedavra me. Kelsey and I were friends for a while before this, but this has really brought us a lot closer together because we've been working together for the last year on this. And when I said some months ago that we had a bunch of projects in the work, that was one of them. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit and my experience on it. And for me, Sisters of House Black has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. I've gone into it before, and I'll go into it in some future videos, but depression is a real issue for me, and one of the only ways I can cure it is by being creative. And Kelsey and the team gave me a chance to be creative on this project in a way that I hadn't had a chance to be for a long time. See, the funny thing is that Sisters of House Black is not something that I wrote, so I've always been very nervous about working on projects that I didn't actually write, but Kelsey wrote something that was really, really good. She managed to fit into 40 minutes the usual sort of 8-sequence structure of screenwriting, which I have a handy-dandy guide for down in the description below. All you have to do is sign up, download it, and you can fill out the forms and fill it out like it's I just got hit in the face with a leaf. Now, Kelsey didn't have any help from me when she was writing this, and that is where I think I'm most proud of her with this, because this is a great, well-written script, and she went through a lot of iterations of this, and I'm usually very critical about people's work. I'm usually very critical when it comes to screenplays in particular, because that's my thing. Being a writer was always my thing. I'm not in front of the camera on this one, I'm only behind the camera, although you may see me in a little cameo at some point, if you keep your eyes peeled. It's been great to get a crew here in the UK, one that I can really rely on and trust, because through My Life's Video Game, we built up a crew and like actors that we could rely on. And then when I came back to London, it felt like I was starting from scratch again a little bit. Originally, I came on board as a VFX supervisor, and then eventually I actually got sort of promoted to direct photography, and then sort of producer, and now video editor and VFX. I'm doing a lot of things on this project. My primary job at the start has always been as the cinematographer or director of photography. So I've really been trying to get this cinematic feel to it, to bring that sort of like high level quality to a production that's very low budget and not for profit. That's meant doing a lot of stuff of experimentation, shooting stuff on gimbals for smooth movements, doing a lot of handheld. Would you ducks stop screeching, please?
They're mating. Oh no, it's the bubbies.
Oh, it's little babies. Man, I'm a horrible person just screaming at the ducks.
Do you mind? You're interrupting my vlog.
Did you see the preview scene for Sisters of House Black yet?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, no, it's good. I was kind of waiting to see more.
You a fan of Harry Potter yourself, or?
Yes, I'm a big nerd. So any kind of
Do you know
spin-off from
what Harry Potter house you're in?
I want to be in Ravenclaw
Oh, why Ravenclaw?
because they're intelligent, and I think Gryffindor is just overhyped.
I'm a Gryffindor. Lucy is one of my go-to models, by the way, to shoot random photos with. So, little known thing here is that this bridge I'm coming up to now is actually the original planned location for where Bellatrix comes up in the preview scene and tries to kill a duck. We couldn't use this bridge. When we got here, the bridge wasn't available anymore because there was construction going on. Now, this construction happens once every, like, I think it was like once every 10 years or something. So we just got caught at a really bad time. And of course, there is like spinning cement mixers and stuff like that, disrupting sound. And it was a nightmare. Everything could have gone, my entire camera bag was open and could have gone falling straight into that muck and everything. And I've got to shoot the last scene of Sisters of House Black in a couple of days, so probably good that nothing like that happened.
Fortunately, it would just be muddy, I think.
Yeah, but muddy is not so great for a lens. So this bridge is the bridge that we ended up shooting and using in this shot. I think this moment here in the preview scene was a great moment for Bellatrix, and I really love shooting the scenes here because it was my first real use of using a gimbal. Big fan of the Ronin S DJI. I've made some fantastic gear in the past with drones and everything, which we do use later in this show. In the movie you'll see. I did a little photo shoot with Kelsey here beforehand. We were doing some location scouting. We came back and we shot here a couple of times, and I'm looking to shoot my new film here. Like, it's a key moment in Bellatrix's story, so I really wanted to try and get the best we could out of it. So there's a lot of like low sweeping shots and mystery surrounding it, because by the time we're seeing this in the movie, we're not sure quite who it is, or if this is the same Bellatrix that we've been seeing beforehand, because this is her slow descent into the dark side, and she's become fanatic about Voldemort and about the Dark Lord and about impressing him, because she's just this young, impressionable girl. She's like, I think she's 17 or 18 when the film starts. It was really interesting to get these like beautiful sweeping shots of the forest and use the leading lines of the bridge to get this like really mysterious hooded figure in there. This spot here is actually where we did a large majority of some of the shooting for Sisters of House Black. So looking a little bit different right now from the way we shot it before. I mean, if you look around back here, there's a whole bunch of like tiki huts over there and some like, I don't know, there's like some burn marks over back there. So there goes my idea of doing any reshoots here. Kelsey will be very happy about that. This was what I think was probably, in the preview scene at least, one of the most crucial scenes for Andromeda. Because if you've seen the preview scene, you'll notice this is the first time we meet Ted Tonks when he comes out through the bushes there. Not because he's stalking Andromeda or anything, he's not a creeper. He's just trying to get to their house, he's trying to give Andromeda the weird sisters thing. And it's an important part for Andromeda because you've got sisters that she loves and adores, but unfortunately, they're kind of a bit backwards in their thinking. Especially Bellatrix, because she's joined the Dark Lord now at this point. and she's trying to prove to him that she can do the killing curse. And Andromeda just is scared about this. She's scared about what the Dark Claw represents. And then along comes Ted, and that's a Muggle-born wizard who would be a travesty for her family to marry. I'm about to trip over something. We really wanted to create an air of mystery, so we don't know who's coming to attack the sisters here. And we had basically him come through the forest, we had the wobbling of the bushes. We wanted to create this sense of mystery, and then suddenly he comes out of the forest, and it's completely harmless. But to Bellatrix and Narcissa, it's ew, and to Andromeda, she hasn't quite fully come around to it yet, but she's now interested in him. As you can tell from the final look she kind of gives him at the end there. She's sort of starting to fall for Ted Tonks, the boy who eventually... She's starting to fall... So many bugs.
Okay, I'll compose myself. Right, okay.
One interesting thing about here is that we got bitten the out of both times we filmed here. Kelsey ended up with 50 bites, and I ended up with 23.
Oh.
Lucy is screwed. Narcissa is the proper one. She's, we had her come through these two trees using these two trees as a framing, and we did the Ronin 360 spinning out. So all those spins you saw, they were in camera. Come and pass through these trees, Narcissa steps through. We actually cheated them like to go forward all the way to over there, which if you go back and watch, you might notice that. Bit of movie magic in there. Hannah, who plays Narcissa, has got these great big blue eyes that like have a sense of innocence to her, and between the blonde hair and the fluffy white earmuff she was wearing in the middle of the summer, even though it's supposed to be winter in the movie, she must have been baking in those robes. In fact, all of them must have been. We have the camera spinning around her and giving this sense of fear and dread as she's watching her sisters just messing about and not taking anything seriously. And that's the way she's felt her whole life, with her two big sisters basically being the pranksters and the jokesters and playing around, messing with mother and father. It's an interesting look at Narcissa in her early times. And I think in this scene, we really come to grips with her as not just being the youngest one, but she's also the one who takes things most seriously. And she cares about her family more than anything else in the story. And I think that's a really interesting character that Hannah gets to play. Anyway, I was personally really happy with how a lot of this turned out. It was one of my favorite projects to work on, and I'm really excited for you guys to see the final product. It's going to be awesome, so stay tuned for a lot more stuff that's going to be happening on this channel. We're getting some stuff out there about Sisters of House Black. That's my phone going off, probably my friend telling me that he's around the corner. But also, I've got to finish taking some more photos of Lucy before this ends, and you can check those out by following me on Instagram. So follow me at Petros of Sparta on pretty much everything. And also Leon Films, follow that too.